Madhatu. There is no contrivance, stopping, allowing things to be as they are, annihilation, nor is there one who actualizes enlightenment. All Buddha worlds are like flowers in the sky. Past, present and future all impartially equal. Ultimately there is no coming or going. The newly initiated bodhisattvas and sentient beings in the Dharma Ending Age, in their quest to enter the Buddha path, should thus cultivate themselves. Bodhisattva Vajragarbha. Then Bodhisattva Vajragarbha rose from his seat in the midst of the assembly, prostrated himself at the feet of the Buddha, circled the Buddha 3 times to the right, knelt down, joined his palms, and said, "O world-honored one of great compassion, you have wonderfully expounded to bodhisattvas the great dharani of the Tathagata's pure complete enlightenment, the Dharma practice of the causal ground, and the expedient methods of gradual cultivation, so that sentient beings may unveil their obstructions. Because of your compassionate teaching, all in the assembly have cleared away illusory illnesses of the eye and their wisdom eyes have become pure. World-honored one, if sentient beings have intrinsically accomplished Buddhahood, how can there be so much ignorance? If all sentient beings originally have ignorance, why does the Tathagata say that they have intrinsically accomplished Buddhahood? If sentient beings in all 10 directions intrinsically accomplished the Buddha path and afterward gave rise to ignorance, then when will the Tathagata give rise to vexations again? Please do not forsake your unrestricted great compassion, but disclose the secret treasury for the benefit of the multitude of bodhisattvas, so that when all the sentient beings in the Dharma Ending Age who hear of this Dharma daughter, the ultimate meaning of this sutra, will permanently sever doubts and regrets." Having said these words, he prostrated himself on the ground. He made the same request 3 times, each time repeating the same procedure. At that time the world-honored one said to Bodhisattva Vajragarbha, "Excellent, excellent, virtuous man. For the benefit of the multitude of bodhisattvas and sentient beings in the Dharma Ending Age, you have asked the Tathagata about the very secret and profound ultimate expedient methods, which are the highest teaching for bodhisattvas and the ultimate truth in the Mahayana. These methods are capable of causing, practicing and beginning bodhisattvas in all 10 directions and all sentient beings in the Dharma Ending Age to obtain the stage of resolute faith 15 and permanently sever doubts and regrets. Listen attentively now. I shall explain it to you." Quote. Hearing this, Bodhisattva Vajragarbha was filled with joy and listened silently along with the assembly. Virtuous man, all worlds begin and end, are born and perish, have a before and after, exist and do not exist, coalesce and disperse, arise and cease. Thoughts follow one another in succession, going and coming in a ceaseless circle. With all sorts of grasping and rejecting, these changing processes are all cyclic existences. If one were to discern complete enlightenment while still in cyclic existence, then this nature of complete enlightenment would have the same nature as the turning flow of cyclic existence. If one wished to be free from cyclic existence, then there would be no place where complete enlightenment could exist. For instance, when one moves one's eyes, still water appears to have waves. When one fixes one's gaze, a circling flame appears to be a wheel of fire. The fact that moving clouds make it seem as if the moon were moving and a sailing boat makes one feel as if the shore were moving also exhibits the same principle. Virtuous man, while the motion is going on, it is impossible for those things to be still. How much more would this be so if one were to discern the complete enlightenment of the Buddha with the defiled mind of birth and death, which has never been pure? How could it not appear to be in motion? 16. For this reason, you gave rise to these 3 doubts. Virtuous man, for example, because of an illusory illness of the eye, a flower is falsely seen in an empty sky. When the illusory illness of the eye is eliminated, one does not say, "Now that this illness is eliminated, when will other illnesses arise?" Why? Because the illness and the flower 18 are not in opposition. Likewise, when the flower vanishes into the empty sky, one does not say, When will flowers appear in the sky again? Why? Because the sky originally has no flowers. There is no such thing as appearing and vanishing. Birth and death and nirvana are like the appearing and vanishing flowers in the sky, while the perfect illumination of wondrous enlightenment is free from flowers or illnesses. Virtuous man, you should know that the empty sky does not temporarily exist and then temporarily not exist. How much more so in the case of the Tathagata, who is in accordance with complete enlightenment, which is comparable to the equal intrinsic nature of empty space. Virtuous man, it is like smelting gold ore. The gold does not exist because of the smelting. As it has become perfect gold, it will not become ore again. Even after an inexhaustible period of time, the nature of the gold will not deteriorate. Therefore, one should not say that gold is not intrinsically perfect in itself. Likewise, the same holds true with Tathagata's complete enlightenment. Virtuous man, the wondrous and completely enlightened mind of all Tathagatas is originally without body or nirvana. It has nothing to do with accomplishing Buddhahood or not accomplishing Buddhahood, illusory cyclic existence or non-cyclic existence. Virtuous man. Even the Sravakas, who have perfected the state where the karmic activities of body, mind, and speech are entirely severed, are still unable to enter the nirvana that is personally experienced and manifested by the Tathagata. How can one possibly use one's conceptual mind to measure the realm of the Tathagata's complete enlightenment? It is comparable to using the light of a firefly to scorch Mount Sumeru. One would never be able to burn it. He who attempts to enter the Tathagata's ocean of great quiescent extinction by using the cyclic mind and giving rise to cyclic views will never succeed. Therefore, I say that all bodhisattvas and sentient beings in the Dharma Ending Age should first sever the root of beginningless cyclic existence. Virtuous man, contrived conceptualizations come from the existence of a mind, which is a conditioned conglomeration of the six sense objects. The conditioned impressions of deluded thoughts are not the true essence of mind. Rather, they are like flowers in the sky. The discernment of the realm of Buddhahood with such conceptualization is comparable to the production of empty fruit by the empty flower. One merely revolves in this entanglement of deluded thoughts and gains no result. Virtuous man, deluded groundless thinking and cunning views cannot accomplish the expedient methods of complete enlightenment. Discriminations such as these are not correct. Quote, at that time, the world-honored one, wishing to clarify his meaning, proclaimed these gathas. Vajragarbha, you should know that the quiescent and extinct nature of the Tathagata never had a beginning or end. To conceptualize this with the cyclic mind results in rotations in cyclic existence. One will then remain in cyclic existence, unable to enter the ocean of the Buddha. Like smelting gold ore. The gold does not exist as the result of smelting. Though it regains the original golden quality, it is perfected only after the process of smelting. Once it becomes true gold, it cannot become ore again. Birth and death and nirvana. Ordinary beings and all Buddhas are but appearances of flowers in the sky. Conceptualizations are illusory projections. How much more so are such questions asked with an illusory mind? If one can put an end to this illusory mind, complete enlightenment can be sought. Bodhisattva Maitreya. Then Bodhisattva Maitreya rose from his seat in the midst of the assembly, prostrated himself at the feet of the Buddha, circled the Buddha 3 times to the right, knelt down, joined his palms, and said, O world-honored one of great compassion, you have opened wide the secret treasure for bodhisattvas and have caused the great assembly to deeply awaken from cyclic existence and distinguish between the erroneous and the correct. Your teaching is capable of bestowing the fearless eye of the path to sentient beings in the Dharma Ending Age, causing them to give rise to resolute faith in their